CBS News, 6 March 2023, as America catches on, China rejects alleged U.S. worries about spying cargo cranes as overly paranoid. China is waging a full-scale war against the United States and is using every trick in the book to eavesdrop on the country. On Monday, China's foreign ministry denied a story that claimed American officials were concerned that large, Chinese-made cargo container cranes in American ports might be used to spy on American military or commercial logistics. An American business executive in Beijing told CBS News that there had been a chill in relations between the two largest economies in the world and that there is evident worry over the massive machines used as tools by China's intelligence services. The massive ZPMC machines at some American cargo ports, according to a Wall Street Journal article published over the weekend, contain sophisticated sensors that can register and track the provenance and destination of containers, which has U.S. national security and military officials growing concerned. According to the newspaper, Chinese officials could try to interfere with trade and capture information about the material being shipped in or out of the country to support U.S. military activities around the world with the help of this technology. Senior serving and former American military officials have expressed concern that the superpowers may even become involved in a war, most likely over the small, democratically governed island of Taiwan, which Beijing claims as its sovereign territory. Tensions between China and the U.S. have increased in recent years. In light of this, China's foreign ministry dismissed the idea of spy cranes on Monday, calling it overly paranoid and adding that it would only mislead the U.S. people. However, according to Bill Evanina, a former top U.S. counterintelligence officer, the sophisticated cargo cranes could be the perfect combination of legal business that can also pass for clandestine intelligence gathering. According to a statement from the U.S. Embassy in China cited in the newspaper, the information in the story was an attempt to sabotage the substantial trade between the two countries. Playing the China card and advancing the China threat idea is irresponsible and will be detrimental to American interests, according to the statement given to the Journal. The National People's Congress of China, the most significant rubber-stamp legislature in the world, met in the Chinese capital at the same time as the most recent round of charges was exchanged between Beijing and Washington. Nearly 3,000 delegates from the enormous country have gathered to officially codify President Xi Jinping's wishes in law, restoring the harm to the nation's economy that the virus brought about as a side effect this year, following the deadly COVID-19 pandemic that began in China 3 years ago, quickly became a top goal for Xi's administration. China's second most influential leader, Premier Li Keqiang, informed the gathered representatives that this year's development goal would be an average of 5% economic growth. It's unclear whether or not that degree of growth, if attained, will benefit American businesses operating in China. As U.S.-China relations deteriorate, some U.S. companies worry they already feel the effects. According to Michael Hart, the American Chamber of Commerce director in Beijing, there is a cold in the air. Companies feel forced out of specific sectors, and many American businesses wonder whether they are genuinely welcome. The degree to which President Xi, who will formally start serving an unprecedented third term as China's president later this week, makes them feel welcome will be largely dependent on him. Hart and many other business leaders from China and the United States will carefully observe this week's Beijing Congress for hints as to whether Xi will try to diffuse tensions with the United States and its allies this year or escalate them. The Wall Street Journal's report on the Chinese embassy's warning that the most recent allegations of potential intelligence gathering by Chinese apparatus would harm the interests of the U.S. itself may be some of the first tea leaves that the members of China's rubber-stamp Congress read as they begin their work.